Kevin with Jayco. We're here to look at the 29 QVH unit today. We'll start up here in the front. This is going to be the tongue jack. This tongue jack is used to allow you to raise the trailer up and down for vehicle connection. You have an on and off switch for your light that's on the front of the tongue jack. You have your vehicle connection connecting point. It's going to be your 7-way plug, and it's going to be your chains that you would use to hook up to your vehicle to secure it. Part of the way that you would secure it, this is going to be your propane tank storage compartment cover area. This would be if you didn't need to do a propane tank removal, you can open the top cover. It will allow you to open and close your propane tank valves here. And of course, if you needed to do a propane tank exchange, you would take the cover up and off. You do have a bungee on the bottom, so you would remove that bungee cord from the bottom. Sometimes it's a little struggle, but just kind of raise this cover up. Okay, now if you didn't want the cover to be tight like that was, when you reinstall your propane tanks, you would loosen this wing nut, or if you need to do a propane tank exchange, you loosen this wing nut. The bracket will become loose. You can do a tank exchange. Of course, to do a tank exchange, you unscrew your hoses and you can do a tank exchange. If you didn't want that cover to be tight like it was earlier, you just raise this bracket and you can bring your tanks in closer so that when you put your cover back on, it'll be loose. On the back of your propane tanks, this is going to be the regulator. This is going to be the selector valve that points to the tank that you want to use. Of course, down below the selector valve, it has like a see-through or sight glass. It goes from green to red when it's empty, or it goes from clear to red when it's empty. Okay? On the back here, we don't have it at the moment, but you would have a 12-volt battery that would supply power throughout your trailer when you're not connecting. It would supply power to your awning, your tongue jack, your radio, your lights, your jacks, your slots, anything that's 12-volt. If you have a 12-volt battery here, it would supply power throughout your trailer when you're not connected to shore power or your vehicle. So you see how that went back on a lot easier? It's because I moved the tanks in a little closer to each other. Moving right along. This is going to be the passenger side storage compartment. It does have a magnet on the door in the trailer so that it would hold that door open for you. On the inside, you do have this light switch here, which controls the lights on the front of your trailer, cap lights. You have electrical outlet, and you do have a light here. And of course, you have two handles here. This is going to be for your tongue jack in the event that the tongue jack didn't work. Electronically, you could actually use this at the top of your tongue jack, and it will allow you to raise and lower your trailer manually. This jack handle actually operates your leveling jacks. Up top, you do have part of your gutter systems. So from front to back, that little plastic piece that's sticking out, it's exactly like that on the driver's side as well. That's part of your gutter system. So when the AC is on, that's condensation that's dripping right now. But when it's raining, you'll see rain coming out, whether it be the front passenger side, driver's side, or in the rear, driver's side or passenger side. Up top, you do have your awning. The controls are on the inside to operate that awning. You do have a light strip underneath closer to the trailer, and on the controls on the inside are for that light strip as well. At your main door, you do have your door handle and your lock. This top lock, it locks the handle portion whenever you want to lock it. Right now, it's in the unlocked position. And this bottom lock locks the actual deadbolt from the outside. As you open the door, while you're on the inside, this is your way that you would use to, or your knob you would use to lock the door. This is your deadbolt handle. And this is your handle that you would use to exit from the inside out. And this is the handle that you would pull to close the door. This is going to be your screen door that detaches from your main door. Of course, you close it just like it is now. To open the screen door, you push the handle down. You do have a little pass-through door that'll allow you to pass things through when the screen door is actually closed, pass through water or whatever. To reattach your screen door to your main door, you push your handle down, reattach it to your door, or you can just go like so to reattach your screen door to your main door. On your main door, it is optional. If you wanted to buy like a shade that goes inside this frame, it's a shade that would attach inside the frame and it would allow you to close that shade or open it for privacy. Or if you need to open it, you can use it to look out. Okay? You do have fold-up steps, and these steps do fold up, and they do lock inside the frame of the door so that when you close the door, the steps won't fall inside your trailer. And to bring them down, you bring this latch, you push it toward the front of the trailer, and it'll allow you to lower the steps. These steps are adjustable by pulling these pins toward the center of the steps, so it'll allow you to retract the steps or extend the steps out. Down below the steps, this is going to be optional on some trailers. That same handle that you use on the jacks, you would push the end that has the socket on it, and it will allow you to raise and lower a spare tire that's located underneath the trailer. This is going to be more or less a light that you would use in the nighttime. It just provides light at the base or the bottom of the steps, so that as you come up to the steps, it just kind of lights the path. In the trailer world, this is called the helping hand. So of course, with the steps stored up, folded in, the door closed, this helping hand handle is spring loaded, so you can push that up, fold it behind the door, or for storage as well, you can push that up and fold it that way. Up top, we do have 2 speakers. Those speakers are a part of Zone 2. So the Zone 2 speakers are going to be connected to your radio or your entertainment system. So when we go on the inside, I'll show you and I'll explain it to you how to turn those speakers on and off. This area right here is going to be the exhaust that's connected to your vent fan that's connected on the inside. So if you ever need to use that or open that, right now it's in the closed position, but you would push that little plastic leg up and out here and here to open that. You would push up and out on both of those to open it. This little bracket here is going to be optional. So you do have a bracket that attaches to that. It mounts to the back of a TV so that you can hang your TV here, lock it in place, and of course you would plug it into this electrical outlet. And you do, just like it says, you do have a cable TV satellite antenna output coax connection. So you would hook up your coax from the back of your TV to here to get that signal from your digital antenna up top, or from cable TV at the campsite, or satellite, whether it be at the campsite or at your house. This area right here provides a way for you to fill your fresh water tank. So in the event that you want to go boondocking or dry camping, it'll allow you to fill up water, fill up that fresh water tank. That way you would have water on board as you travel. This is going to be the outside of your furnace or heater. So whenever you have your furnace or heater on, it exhausts heat about that far out. It won't burn you, but it just exhausts heat about that far out. This is going to be the outside of your on-board, your on-demand water heater. To access this inside of the on-demand water heater, this little tab is spring-loaded. Just turn it up and turn it along with the cutout, and you can open this little cover, and you can actually access the inside of that water heater. That white switch is the on-off switch, and of course, that where it says fuse, that's an inline fuse. In case of it don't work, you can check that fuse first. Okay, just go in reverse when you want to return the cover or replace or reinstall the cover. And there we go, we're locked in place. This storage area here has 2 magnets on the door, has 2 latches, and it has the lock in the center. And of course, it's going to be your outside kitchen. You do have the mini fridge here. It has the temperature controls in the back. Little storage area here. You have like the shelf area here. This is going to be your grill or griddle that comes with it. It has storage compartment here. This is going to be a quick connect area here, so it does come with a sprayer or a hose that you can hook up here, and you do have the hot side valve and the cold side valve. So if you ever decide you want to use the water, there's your connection for it. It's going to be a little hook right here in case you need to hang something up. Couple of USB charging ports, electrical outlet in the back here, and of course on the other side of the refrigerator, it's an electrical outlet as well. It's kind of hidden. Okay, another set of your jacks. You have one on the passenger side in the back, one on the driver's side in the back, and that same handle that's in your front storage compartment that you would use here. You would use a 3/4 inch drill or that handle, and it will allow you to bring this actual jack down. This is one of the newer jacks, and it has a quick release on it. Let's see if we can actually get to it. It's not low enough, so you would actually have to have that handle to drop it a little bit so that you can get to that quick release. Once you pull the quick release up, it would allow your it would allow your jack to drop down, and you could actually use the handle to lower it all the way to the ground. Okay, this is going to be your ladder for roof access. It does have a weight capacity of 250 pounds on it. So when you're on it, it does flex a little bit right in this area, but it's a pretty solid ladder. This is going to be your quick connect for your propane hose to connect. So if you're grilling on the outside, or if you have something else that you want to connect to your portable grill connection here, you can connect there. This little bracket here turns the flow of propane on and off. Right now it's in the off position. If you wanted to turn the flow of propane on, you turn it in line, and it will allow propane to flow from your tanks out to your grill or griddle. So right now we'll just keep that cover back on to keep dust out or dirt out. Your back bumper is hollow, and the cover comes off of either end of your bumper, and it is vented so that it will allow air to pass through, so that it would keep your dump hose or whatever you would have inside that bumper dry. Down below where it says low point drain, you do have 2 low point drains here. That red one is for your hot water running through your trailer, and the blue one is for your cold water line running through your trailer. So to turn these valves up and down allows the water that's on the inside of your trailer water lines to drain out. And if you don't want to drain your low point drain, of course, you'll turn them to where they're going side to side, and that cuts off the flow, and it won't allow water to drain out. Okay, this is going to be a grill or griddle hold bracket. This is for a bracket that you would slide in on your back bumper so that it would hold that grill or griddle in place. And of course you could hook up your propane hose as well. This is going to be your spare tire, the same size as the tire that's on your trailer. Up top, that little block that's going to be for a camera. If you ever decided that you wanted to install a camera on the back, it is pre-wired. The little cover would come off, and the camera would go in place of where that cover is. This is going to be an input, so if you're at the campsite or at home, if you decided that you wanted to use cable TV, satellite, this is the coax input that you would connect to. This is going to be your 36 feet electrical cable that plugs into your 50 amp trailer. It says it's a 50 amp trailer here. It says it right there. And of course, it's engraved on your cable that it's a 50 amp trailer as well. So we do have this door right here on the back of the driver's side. It just allows you to access the outside from the inside. We'll talk about it more once we head to the inside of the trailer. This is going to be your slide. It's going to be like your dining area, part of your slide. Of course, we'll operate there. We'll show you the operations of this slide once we go on the inside of the trailer. We do have another low point drain that's underneath your trailer in this area. So this white handle here allows you to drain your fresh water tank. It's the only way that you can drain your fresh water tank. So it just stretches out and goes to the drain point that's right above the front axle. Gray water holding tank valve and another gray water holding tank valve, as well as the black. You do have two gray water tanks on here. This is the open position when you want to close the first or the second gray water tank valve. You make sure it's pushed in. And this handle as well, you want to make sure it's pushed in for the tanks to be closed. And of course, this black holding tank valve, you want to make sure it's pushed in for it to be closed. And actually, this is going to be the exit port to where you'll connect your dump hose to here and at your campsite. Of course, you do have this area. This is going to be where you would hook up a hose to. And if you decide you want to flush out your black tank, you would hook up your hose here. You want to make sure you open that black tank valve and leave it open. Turn on your water, and it'll spray that black tank out on the inside. And so it washes this out and comes out down through the dump hose. City water connection here. This would be the way that you would hook up your main water hose to, and it feeds water directly from your water hose into your sink, your faucet, and shower. And of course, this is going to be your front driver's side storage compartment. It does have a battery cutoff switch here. Have a light here. And it does have like a little diagram drawing as to when you have the battery cut off, as to what is actually the circuits that's actually being cut off and what actually stays on. Of course, this is going to be your trailer information stickers. It's going to be your tire spec sticker. It's going to be your manufacturer information, VIN number, date of manufacture, tire spec information. And this is going to be your trailer your trailer capacity sticker here. And so we can head on inside and go over things on the inside now. So right here on the side by the entry door, you do have your control panel. And it just tells you a little bit about like your battery. You have soft buttons here. It tells you about your battery, your black tank, your fresh tank, and your two gray tanks. So if you press any of these buttons, it'll give you on this side where it has the 12.3, the 11.7, 11.2 that's pertaining to the battery. Everything else is pertaining to the tanks. So we'll press the black tank. It says empty, fresh tank, empty, gray tank 1. Empty, and gray tank 2. In which you have gray tank 1, that's going to be the area that's covered in the bathroom. Whatever goes down the shower goes into that gray tank, the shower and the faucet. Gray tank 2, whatever goes down inside the faucet in the kitchen goes to gray tank 2. This water pump switch, right now, it's not lit up, but when the water pump is on, you press it, it lights up, the water pump is on. Living room lights, that's the living room light switch. The awning light switch, that's to that light strip that's on the outside, just close to the side of the trailer, but next to the awning. This is going to be the slide switch, like it says, slide extend. You press the top of the button. Slide retract, you press the bottom of the button. Awning extend, you press the top of the button. Awning retract, you press the bottom of the button. And as long as you hold the button down, the awning or the slide retracts or extends. When you release it, it stops. This is going to be your radio. Of course, you got your mute button. Power button is the same. The BT is Bluetooth, AM, FM, aux. Some aux operates on some TV as far as this radio. Some TVs, when connected to it, it allows you to get the sound through your radio. Some TVs don't. but this is going to be the play and pause button when you have an Apple product. This is a USB charging port. This down on the bottom with this little black rubber plug in it. The plug comes out, and that's going to be a HDMI port. Zone number 1 is going to be the speakers on the inside of the trailer. Zone number 2 are going to be those speakers that we talked about earlier. Those 2 speakers that's on. Whenever the speakers are on, you'll see, let me turn the radio on just to kind of give you a glimpse of what it looks like. You'll see it light up. So whenever the zones are on, it's going to be blue. Whenever the zones are off, it'll be amber or pink looking. Okay. Next, you do have your TV. Let's see if it's on. So it is, this TV in this particular model, it is on a swivel mount, so you can pull it out, turn it one way or the other, and it does have the connections behind it, and it does have like a 12-volt connection in the same area. So if you have like a monitor that comes with your camera, if you want to plug that monitor in here, put your monitor here, you can view around your trailer as you sit inside your trailer. This switch that has the green light on, if you wanted to have cable or satellite coming to your trailer, if you press this switch, the green light goes off. And of course, with your satellite and cable coax connected to your trailer, it'll allow that signal to go to your TVs. And we have a light underneath here, mini blinds here, and you do have a window that opens right behind the mini blinds. You do have a wireless charging port as well as the electrical pop-up strip. So you push that pop-up strip comes up. You got 2 USB charging ports, 2 electrical outlets, and when you want to hide that or store that away, you push the red button, it drops down, and you can just push that down, and it's almost level with the cabinet. You do have storage spaces here, 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 and here. You do have a heat vent that's down below. Up top, you do have a microwave. This is going to be your vent hood that's connected to that outside vent. You got your vent fan switch here, and you do have a light switch there for your stove top. This is going to be your stove top and for your burners. In the back right here, these little cutouts, that's going to be for knives. If you ever decide you want to store knives right there, you can. Of course, coming back to the burners, to open that, you just pull the top up and fold back, and you have your 3 burners here. And of course, this little grill portion of it comes up and off to get underneath it to clean. This stove is electronically lit, so this button or this knob here is going to be your igniter. So if you can kind of look at the burners, you see that little spark. It's just electronically lit, meaning you don't have to use a match or lighter or anything. Okay? These 3 knobs are going to be for your 3 burners, and this knob is going to be for your oven. Okay? Give you a glimpse inside the oven. This little switch over here just turns on this top line, turns on the knobs up top, kind of like a little night light feature. The circle that's in the middle is off, and the 2 lines on the bottom lights this back up, and it lights the light in your oven. Okay, close that. You have storage underneath. You have storage here underneath your sink area. Inside your sink area, it comes with like a little cover cutting board, and it comes with like a little strainer that rolls up and folds up for storage. Okay. Of course, your faucet, your hot and your cold, and you pull out to turn water on. And you do have mini blinds in this area as well. And of course, as you'll see further in the trailer, in this area that's close to the flame, the blinds are going to be metal because it's close to the flame and we don't want to have any problems. Okay, right here you do have a light here, electrical outlet here underneath the shelving or the cabinet. You have more storage here. There, that plug is a dedicated plug for your microwave on that circuit. Here inside the corner here, you have more storage. On this Everchill refrigerator, it's unique, and it is a 12-volt refrigerator, so it'll open from either side. You can open it from this side. It's the lower portion, and this is the upper freezer portion. Or you can open it from the opposite side. And it does have the controls in the back side of the freezer. Just underneath the refrigerator area, that is going to be your converter. So to access or open your converter, this door is spring loaded. Just push here at the top. You open that and have your circuit breaker area. And on the stickers, it outlines what circuit breaker goes to what inside your trailer. And at the top, this is your 12-volt area. And these stickers outline what fuse goes to what in the 12-volt area. And on this converter, in the event that any one of these fuse blows, that like the little white box that's beside the fuses, if in the event that any one of those fuse blows, it's a red LED it'll light up next to the fuse. Okay. We're going to circle around, then we'll go back to the bedroom later. In this slide area on the driver's side, you do have like your privacy shades on your windows. And this little string, you might see it on your privacy shades. It'll go, it doesn't have a certain position, so you can move it around. You got your window, that latch window that you can raise. Has 2 lock holders here, so once it's all the way up, it locks in place. When you get ready to close that window, of course, you have to unlock it with these particular locks. So to unlock that, you'll just push here and hold that out, and push here and hold that out, and you can get your window to close. And of course, that screen that's on there, it'll open and close as well. Okay. This window here opens pretty much the same way, only thing the latch is sideways. So you just pull that down and you can slide that window open. And if you need to open the screen as well, you can open that. Okay. You can close them separately, one at a time, or you can just close the screen along with the window. In the dining area, you do have storage space underneath each one of your benches. And of course, if you have something that's too big to go through the front, you can actually remove the cushion. And you can remove that cover, and you can put a bigger item down inside the bottom of that bench. Okay. We'll close that. In the dining area, the actual tabletop will actually drop down and turn into like a bed. So we'll go ahead and remove that. It just kind of picks up, comes up like so. We'll just kind of fold that over. And so you'll unscrew this knob. And of course, the bottom legs, they will detach from the top table or the tabletop. Just kind of wiggle it. And remove those legs. And so, like, if you look on the bottom or in the bench area, you can see how it has the little plastic little holders here, there, and 2 in the back. This tabletop will actually rest on those to go from one bench to the other. And you can kind of configure the cushions the way you want to make a bed. Okay. And you just go in reverse when you want to turn it back into a table. Okay, so in this area, this is going to be a sofa bed, and it do have a couple of sections on here on each side where you can have your tray tables. You got your cup holders, one here, one there, and of course if you remove your tray table, you still have a cup holder there. We'll go ahead and remove this tray table from this side, and we'll remove the top or the back cushions, and we'll show you how this folds down and turns into a bed. So in this bottom front section, you just kind of pull up and pull out. You fold your legs down, lay down that bottom portion, and this back portion you just fold it down and you got yourself a bed. And of course you could use your pillows, and when you get ready to return it back to normal or back to from a bed to a couch, just fold your back. You raise this section up, fold the legs up, push it in the center, and it folds down, drops down. Get your pillows, reinstall those. And you have your couch back. In this area back here, of course, you got another privacy shade, but this particular window is an exit window, emergency exit window if you needed to exit that way. So you would pull this latch out, and you would pull this latch out, and this the window inside this whole window that's inside this frame will go out. And it'll go up as high as you need it to go. It's hinged at the top so it won't fall off or anything. Okay? And when you're not using it, just bring it back in to relatch it. And to use it normally, you have the latch in the center, you pull that down, and you can just slot that window open as well as the screen. This window that's on the side is the same as the window that we went over before, so we don't need to open it, but there's that particular window. You do have a switch on the side for your lights that's in this area. And of course, even though these lights are on this switch, if you wanted a light out in a certain section, each light has its own on-off switch, and you can just press the button in the center. But you do have to remember, if you turn the switches off that's on the lights, it won't come back on the switch until you actually turn the lights back on its switch that's built on the light. Okay? In this area, it's going to be storage here, storage here, down on the bottom that is an electronic or electric heater. It does have different settings, different light settings on it, and different fan speed settings as well as temperature settings on it. Okay, got a cubby storage area here. Little shelf here, electrical outlet, couple of USB connections, as well as a nice mirror. And the opposite side with more storage here. Up top, you do have a smoke detector. You do have a vent fan here. So on this particular vent fan, it does have on-off switch here. It does have 4 speeds, 1 through 4 here. And this is the way that you would open it. This, of course, if you push up, that locks it. To open it, you pull down, and if you turn that clockwise, that would actually open that vent. And when you want to close it, you turn it counterclockwise to close it. All of your upper vents that's connected to your AC, you can actually turn these vents to a different direction, or you can actually close those vents as well. Okay, and of course this is going to be your main AC here. And I guess next we'll head on back to this back bunk bedroom area. You do have a little privacy sliding door here that slides across and it closes for privacy. And it does have a bungee up top that you can lock that door in place for travel. so that the door won't go back and forth or move out of place during travel. You do have a main light switch here, on-off switch. You have over in this section here, you got a window that opens at the top, little privacy curtain, and you got like a wide bunk area at the top versus having single, even though they're single pieces, but it's like one solid piece. Okay, you got like a little bungee storage area that's at the front wall. You have a USB connecting ports, electrical outlets. Down below that, you do have your ladder that allows you to actually store it by bringing it up, and you can latch it in place like so to lock that ladder away, or to release it and bring it back out. You can just pull that latch out and up, and there's your ladder back for access to the bunk on top. You do have your bunk on bottom. It's pretty similar to the bunk at the top as far as the USB outlets, the little bungee storage area, and the electrical outlet on the bottom bunk as well. It's no storage on the bottom, but you do have electrical outlet here. A couple of more USB connections here. Down below in the back, you do have, this is going to be your other emergency exit window here. So you just slide your privacy curtains to the side. This particular window, you push this handle back and up. And of course, you lower that. You can push this handle straight out. If you want to just use this window as a vent window, you can in that position. But if you need to make an emergency exit out of it, of course, you put your finger there, pull this screen inward and out. And of course, this whole window is hinged at the top. It'll raise as high as you need it to go, where you can make your exit out the back if you need to. Okay, and just pull it, go in reverse to lock it back in place. And of course, on the bottom, this is going to be like one of your little fold-out beds, sofa that turns into a bed as well. So we'll remove the little side pillows. We just kind of raise it up from here. It kind of folds up and down and out. And when you want to restore it back to a couch, just kind of fold up, pull up from the back and push. You do have a little table down below, but we'll access that here shortly. We'll go ahead and fold this couch down, as well as you can see that you saw a little earlier. It does have a cup holder in the middle. To access that bed, this strap, you just pull the strap. To access your table down below your sofa bed, you pull the strap up and you can pull that table out and use it. Has folding legs. Okay, to store it back in place, you push it back and lock your strap. You do have storage down below the table. You have an exit door that allows you to exit from the inside out. This is your handle that you would use to exit from the inside out to open that. It does have a little strut on the bottom that kind of controls that. This is one of those little privacy shades that we talked about on the front door. So if you want to open that, you just kind of pull up or pull down to open it. And when you want to close it, you just pull up. Okay, this is going to be your deadbolt lock while you're on the inside that allows you to lock the door from the inside out. Okay, like so. You have more storage in the corner. And before we move to the next section, you do have a little grab handle for getting up on the top or getting down from the top bunk. You do have a couple of USB connections up in the top corner, a couple of electrical outlets, and this piece right here does fold up and it latches in place so that you can have a little more height as you sit down on the couch. Okay, right here in this area, you do have more storage here. So if you wanted to actually use this little area for your entertainment area or your TV could be mounted in this area. You do have a coax connection for your antenna here. electrical outlets here, more storage here and here. And down below, that's going to be a vent for your heat whenever your heater is on. Okay? And out into the front, and we'll head to the front room. Going through the hallway here, you have a couple of like 3 little hangers for jackets, sweaters, or whatever. You do have a window in the hallway with a privacy shade. You do have a latch, the latching window. Going into the bedroom, you do have a main light switch here. You do have a little sliding door, like the privacy sliding door that was in the back room. This is the bungee that you would release to actually be able to slot that door and lock it. And this door has like a little latch on the door that would latch to the side once you close it if you wanted to lock it for privacy. Another one of your windows with a privacy shade on it. Window that opens from side to side. A couple of electrical outlets here. A couple of USB ports on the bottom. More storage here. More storage. Let's see if I can get up here and not be in your way so you can still look around. More storage up top. It's passed through from side to side. Couple of reading lights. One here. One there. More storage here. And this is the hanging storage that, and this shelf in the center comes out, comes up and out so that you can use that to hang sweaters, jackets, or whatever, pants. Another emergency exit window here that opens and operates just like the window in the back room. You do have storage underneath your bed, so the bed raises up. It has storage underneath here, and this has accessories that comes with your trailer. It has your water sprayer. It has like the mount that's going to be for your grill or griddle, and that bracket, and just a few other accessories that's in there that comes with your trailer. And on the bottom in the front of your bed, that's going to be another vent port for your heater whenever your heater is on. It does have the little storage like down below these boxes, accessory parts in this box. It has a storage compartment right in the center. So that comes up, and it has a little storage compartment as well as that vent that's coming up that goes out for your heat. Okay. We'll put that back. Just kind of on my right side, you do have like more storage compartments here. You do have like another hanging area if you wanted to use it for hanging stuff, or just if you want to leave the tray or take it out, that comes out, that shelf. You do have more storage compartments here, 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 and here as well. And up top, you do have coax connection for your TV as far as the antenna or cable or satellite, electrical outlet, and this red and white sticker is just a safety area or a safe spot for you to mount your TV mount right in this area, pretty much right in this area. Okay? You do have a standalone AC unit, which is your second AC unit that has its own controls. So you have your on and off. It goes from on and off to cool or fan. And it do have a thermostat over here that goes from cold, colder to cold. Okay? So this is the AC that's for this room. This is going to be the vents right here that allows the fan air to come out or from the AC to come out. And this actual vent here is coming from the main AC coming from the other part of the trailer. So if you wanted to close that, you can. And you can just have this AC on, and it'll provide AC in this room only. Okay? And I believe in this section right here, you do have, up top, you do have a solar panel. And this is just going to be your solar controller. If you scroll through there, it allows you to see different things. Let's see what it's going to allow us to see. Oh, so actually we don't have a 12-volt battery on the front. So when it's all set up and you have your battery on the front, it'll allow you to scroll through and it'll let you see the voltage and the amp hours that's actually coming down from your solar panel down to your controller and from your battery up to your controller. Okay, just right here, this is going to be the thermostat. So on this thermostat, even though you can see that it's on, if you press a button, it'll light up. And this is, right now it says cool, so that's in the AC mode. The up and down arrows allow you to control your temperature. Okay. Right here, this button that says mode, you can go from cool to heat. Back to fan. Back to dry or cool. Okay. And this button is for fan only. Okay, so that's your thermostat. Down below, close to the floor, that's going to be your propane leak detector. So in the event that there's a propane leak, it'll sound off. It's a little tester button that you can test it if you'd like. Of course, in the normal operating mode, that green light stays on. But of course, if it detects that there's a propane leak, you'll hear a sound and you'll see it go from green to red. Okay? So inside the bathroom, you have your toilet, and you do have your pedal here to fill your toilet with water or to flush it. Up top, you do have storage here. Got you a little hook to hang your towel or rag. More storage here. Got your tissue paper holder down below on the shower. That's going to be another vent for heat. That little cutout, that's going to be a service access port. Down below here, you do have more storage down below your sink and your faucet area. And just on the side of your sink faucet area, you have more storage. And just on top, you do have in your that's a medicine cabinet area. You do have a vent fan up top that's similar to the vent fan that's in your kitchen. You do have the knob here that allow you to open and close your vent fan. So if you open that going counterclockwise, it opens that cover. The switch that's in the corner is the on-off switch here. It allows you to turn that vent fan on and off. And of course, when you want to close it, you turn it clockwise. Okay. You do have a shower, a little shower. I'm sorry, it's going to be your little rack holder that's in your shower area. This is going to be your shower door. You just kind of pull it. It kind of latches itself. Once you pull it all the way to the end, and then when you want to open it, kind of tilt it, it opens. Okay, this is your hot and cold valve. It's going to be your shower head, which does have a off and on selector, and it does allow you to change your shower sprayer as well. This little knob here. You have your skylight. You have your vent for your AC that you can open and close or change to a different position. And of course, you got your little soap trays over, or your soap bar holders or bottles, areas that you can put your soap. And I believe we've made it to the end. Thanks for watching. We'll see you the next time.